What's up, bro? Can you hear me, Cam? I could not hear you.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yep, now I got you. What's up, man?
Hey man, long time. How you doing?
Good, dude. How are you?
Yeah, man. Oh, ooh, rough day today. Oh wow.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird, kind of a weird day. A lot of stuff sold off super heavy at open. So
Yeah, I thought it was gonna fade. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be a kind of a bearish day.
yeah, I mean, so did I. Yeah, I mean, dude, when I was in pre-market, like, I mean, CCL was up like 10%. Like everything was down like 6%. So like everything's rampaging right now. I wasn't gonna go long though, because today did not, like, after the past few days, I wasn't gonna go long. So I just looked short or not at all, and everything pretty much um, right at open had already gone too far to the short side. So just being really picky about it. Yeah, we're getting
Yeah,
some nice rallies out there right now, dude. As I look, yeah, as I look at what's
yeah.
going
I
on
think
out here.
everyone had the weekend to digest the bad news, right? So
Maybe I would have thought that everybody would have been like, okay, Monday, I'm getting out of my positions because everything's getting crushed.
it's still
But
early, right? So who knows?
I don't know, dude. These don't look like they're going to come back to me.
Yeah,
Like some of these
yeah.
moves on the five.
Well,
I mean,
I kind of marked out some areas, like if the SPY and the Qs are open above certain areas, that that'd be like more of a bullish signal for me rather than a bearish. But I just thought Apple, for me, it just kind of gapped up at the resistance. Like it kind of gapped up quite a bit, right? And then I just thought it would fade down, especially after the move from the last few days. But and it's like near all-time highs too, right? So,
yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It definitely makes sense. It
it
makes
didn't look
sense to
too
try and
bad
fade it.
too, especially for
There,
the first two candles that came in, right? At least for
I
me.
mean, there's a ton of shit here. So the thing is, so
Yeah.
like if you have a gap up like this, so just like that Boeing, we'll come back to this, but just like this Boeing long on the three, like
This is
look what
Apple.
happened. It oh, you still see Apple?
Yeah, I still see Apple.
That's weird.
I see Boeing now.
Oh, okay. That's weird. Okay. So just like this Boeing trade on the three, so we got above all this stuff, and look what happened. It came back and retested it, and then it went higher.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually saw that and I was just like, should I do it? Then,
Bro,
cause yeah, I know.
this is a gorgeous long, gorgeous long, beautiful long.
Yeah, strong move up and then it retested and then it retested it twice and it held, right? I even
This
saw it
is
too.
this is the long of the day. This is the best
Yeah.
long of the day
Yeah,
on any
yeah.
chart I've seen. But on the five, it looks like shit. I would have never touched it on the five. Would never touch this on the five. On the five, it looks like it's going to go lower. It looks like it might test this gap. I mean, it looks like on the five, if I would have seen these two candles, I'd have been like, okay, the range for the day is pretty much defined. It's going to like do some of this shit. But on the three, it's beautiful. So nice.
I'm kicking myself now because I actually told myself, oh, I do see that the retest, right? That both of them, like the both of them held. But then I saw the high wave come in and I was like, okay, okay. But you know what I should have done? Actually, I should have taken the break of the high wave. I think that would have been like brick lower if I wanted to go
This
short.
one to short, yeah, that. But even,
No,
yeah, I
the
mean, I
one
could see that
after,
too.
the one
Yeah, this one
after.
right here.
Yeah, yeah. I should have taken right after the hammer.
But
Yeah,
dude,
yeah, this guy.
look at that. I agree with you that just by candles that would make more sense. But candles aren't the whole
Yeah.
picture,
Yeah, the
because
level,
if you
right?
short right here,
Right into
bro,
resistance, right? Yeah.
yeah, there's everything isn't. So you have to put your stop up here pretty much, right? I mean, to
Yeah.
protect it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
look, like your R, you're just, it's terrible. To get one R, you have to destroy this,
Three. Yeah. The
this,
EMAs and
all
hit
these moving.
VWAP,
You
right?
have to get the
Yeah. Yeah.
moving averages to curl.
Yeah. Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way, dude. I mean, because look, this was the range. This pretty much this was it. This was it. It popped out of here. It retested. It should not. I mean, it can fail, but it's very unlikely.
Yeah. Fuck. I didn't. In hindsight, looking at it, yeah, it makes sense. But yeah, I don't know.
So let's compare this to Apple because you'll see it's the same. It's similar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because when we look at Apple, so keep in mind, so what happened was it blew out of this zone and then it retested, right? So let's look at Apple. So when we look at Apple, it blew out of this zone pretty much. It kind of reclaimed this zone. So it should retest, but probably only to like here-ish. And then try to go higher. I mean,
So
it definitely could
your
fail
thing's
all the
kind
way
of
down
lagging a
here.
little. Your thing's lagging a little, so like I
Oh,
don't
that
really know
sucks.
what. Yeah.
Hold on, let me see if I can switch to my hotspot. It'll be better. Well, I don't want to try that because we might get disconnected. So,
And
but
that's okay. If you just like when you draw stuff, just go a little slower and then
I got you.
yeah, give it some time to like show up on the screen.
So this very well could, you're right. It could have like tried to retest down into this stuff and like tried to do one of these.
Yeah, well that's why I
See
didn't move
that?
my stop. Yeah. And I saw the two bearish looking candles. So I thought it would at least retest back into the range. And then I'd
So
get out there if I had to.
yeah, but I mean, look, if it retests into this range, I mean, you still have no RR, and keep this in mind. So every time you're shorting like these, like this, this is why I only do it like after like a shitload of bull candles in a row, because this trade basically needs to happen immediately. Because if it pauses for even like 2 or 3 candles, now the EMAs are like up there.
Yeah.
Like they're creeping, and like now if my R originally was like, I don't know, so like first of all, where am I gonna put my stop? I guess like here, and like, so if I go back, so like if I'm putting my stop up here, then if this level reclaims, let me draw this line. Okay, do you see that purple line I just drew? You see how there's like a pivot here?
Just give it. I can see the purple line now. Yeah, I see it now.
Okay, so if I put my stop up here at this purple line, even then it's not really protected because it can come up here, bounce here, and then roll back over and give me a chance to get out. So there's really no great place to put my stop where I'm going to have RR. And right now this is like a 1.5 R trade, but with counter trends, you're probably like, it would need to like legit fail to get to 1.5. So like modest, you want to try to get like 1-ish.
Yeah.
So I just updated this target and it'll load here in a second. So not only that, but the second candle, if you're not already in, is a hammer. So right away, I'd be getting out. Just right away, I'd mark it out. If I got that hammer second candle, I would just get out right above it. I wouldn't let it go any higher. And then if it comes up here, maybe I'd think about getting back in. But the fact that we got a hammer on the second candle, were you already in by now?
No, I got in on like the third candle on the
Yeah.
3.
You should have just never taken. Oh, on the 3. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
See how different it. Okay, on the 3, it looks different.
Right. Yeah.
On the 3, it doesn't look like terrible. In fact, it looks a lot better on the 3.
Right, because it's right at the resistance, and then it doubled, rejected, and then. So I'm okay with this trade. Like it's all like it's near all-time highs and everything. So like, is it actually? I just know it's pretty up there, right, on the daily.
But that
so.
sentiment doesn't work. So like, unless it's at all-time highs, it doesn't matter. Like if you're playing this thing based on the sentiment that it's all-time highs, like if this was gapping up at all time, and I showed you how many examples where I would never do this at all time high either. So like really, this thing, it's not really piercing. I mean, I give it to you that it looks better, but it's not really piercing into anything. I mean, you can make a case for like this stuff, but it kind of like, I don't know, I guess, but like, look at this range. Oh, and also you should never get in, like you want to already be in. When you're doing trades like this, you want to already be in. You don't want to wait and get in below these. You missed it. You want to get in like
I
you want to
did.
get in
I
like
got in
something like
halfway.
this.
I did. I
Oh,
got in
you did?
halfway. I did.
On
Yeah.
on which candle?
The third candle.
Oh, this
That
one?
yeah, on the high. The
So you got
candle
triggered in
after.
like here?
Okay. Can you zoom in a little bit? Just a tad. Yeah. Yeah, I got in right there. I drew a resistance line there actually. So I felt pretty good about that one.
Where's the resistance line?
It's the same line you drew, more or less.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the one thing I didn't like about it is that it closed above it when I got triggered in. Because if I wanted it to go right after I got triggered in, so I thought about moving my stop like to about to that first candle, the high of the first candle, and then lose a little bit less. But uh, I also thought kind of what you thought, that it has a chance to hit something else and then roll back over. And then one of the candles did, and I had to retest, and I could have gotten out, but I think I just missed it, so I just kind of left it and I said let it play out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, you had no chance basically. You're fucked.
Yeah. Like so it was either I moved my stop a lot earlier and then played that defense, but then I also like you thought like it could roll over. I think I got stopped
Yeah.
out exactly there. Yeah, pretty
You
much.
should give it a chance to like fail. I agree.
Yeah.
Because at
So
this point, it like you're no longer trying to make money, right? Because but it can still you can still get out break even because these can creep up and then just
yeah.
kind of rest
So
here.
that was the plan after it didn't work, but I already got stopped out like by a
Yeah.
week. I think something like that. And I was okay with this trade. Like it looked to me it was like a decent short. So I
Well,
don't know. I mean, obviously in hindsight it wasn't, but
I don't think so. If you use that samurai strategy and you're trying to like cherry pick the top, then like yes, technically this is like within the realm of that could work.
yeah,
But is
right.
that a good short?
I think where I messed up is that it held above the resistance, and actually I don't know, man. It did reject off of it. Let me look at where my line was. My line was basically 165, 164.96. Yeah, that was my line. So it didn't close above it. What I didn't like is that it didn't go right away. And then I was like, okay, shit. Then I should have moved my stop down, I think, to protect, to lose a little. But then also in my head was like, oh, okay, we'll give it a shot. And I think it tried to do it at least once. And then I think by the time it tried, I should have, after that one candle, I should have just exited out, because it put in on the fourth candle, it was like a big green one, but then it closed above the first two giant wicks, so that essentially means people were trapped. So
Yeah.
yeah. And then I didn't want to go long because like I felt like I already made such a big move already, so I didn't want to chase it, so I didn't get back in long, and I'm okay with that too.
Definitely a good call to not go long
Yeah, right, like
because
I,
you
I
already
already made
lost.
the move. Yeah. And so I went to Boeing, and then for Boeing I thought it was going to be a fade too, honestly, but I think I read the Boeing one a little bit worse, because
Let me
for
see if I can
me
go ahead.
on Boeing, I had a line at 199.90. And then on the 3-minute, right, it held twice, especially after a big opening almost no selling green candles. So I think that was a big sign that I shouldn't have taken that either.
Yeah, bro, this was a long.
Yeah, it broke out of that range, right?
This is such a just a gorgeous long. So let's look at another example of a short that is just so much easier than the short you tried to pull this morning.
Oh, Nvidia was a sweet short, and I missed that because I was busy looking at this too.
Put that on my list.
Nvidia was good, honestly. Nvidia and Chewy were good.
Oh, I
Honestly,
took
I thought
Chewy off too.
you took Chewy off.
I took it off
Actually,
my list.
I see.
But I just put it back on. I don't remember why I took it off. So
Actually, yeah, I don't know. Chewy, the opening was fine, but I think yeah, even now it's going bullish, so probably not a great trade.
I wouldn't have showed you this.
Nvidia?
I would have maybe potentially tried to short it, but it would have been like this. No, see, after the second candle, so this is what I saw all day long. I saw these second candles coming in like this, and I was like, all right, it's too low already. Because, I mean, one could make an argument like, okay, maybe I'll get on some kind of retest of like this level and take it down into here.
Yeah.
And like that trade could make sense. I just think it would take too long for me. Because for me, this thing, it needs to like, it's doing exactly what it's doing right now. It's taken forever, but I bet you it came up and retested this zone.
It retested
Yeah, so
it, but then it didn't continue to roll over.
It didn't hit it perfectly, and now it's making
higher highs or higher lows. Yeah.
Now it's doing this shit. It can still fail. But
yeah. It just has to retest that entries that like line you drew.
It's gonna be a grinder. It's gonna if it work. I mean, this hammer is pretty. It could I definitely think it could still. I don't think it makes. I don't think it hits the stop ever. I don't think it hits the stop all day. But I do think that it would just grind and grind and grind. It probably works. The trade probably works, honestly.
I think I'd put the stop like just above that first candle, because like if it takes all, like if it takes all of that out, I mean, like it,
yeah, I disagree though, because if you put it right here, you gotta understand, like when things make a move to do shit like this, they need to take a break.
Yeah.
So like if I put my stop right here, I'm stopped out and I don't get a chance to take a benefit of this retest. Because if it does come up here, it needs to retest this shit and then retest that and go higher.
Yeah, but it might not hit that low either, right? It could easily just, retest the high of that candle because that's a pretty strong support too. So it might just stop there. So I might as well just get out there and just lose less and not not.
I don't really agree, especially with the size of these candles and how slow this is going. Like if it's gonna rampage out of here, then it happens quick. But with all these tiny little turds, it's not just gonna it's gonna be slow. I can almost guarantee it. I mean, look at all this little turds. Like you're gonna have a chance.
That's fair, but I don't know. I just if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, but if you're wrong, why not have a chance to like if you're wrong, like protect your stop so that you have a chance to like be wrong and still not lose money. That's how I think about it.
No, you're right.
Like if you're
wrong,
I
think I also don't want to have like a huge, like a much bigger risk reward problem. I'd rather hit my target sooner than later. So I'm okay with like a tighter stop. Well, but no, I understand what you mean. But I think they're both fine because like a lot of the times when that happens, like even the retest back down, like more or less it's around the same area for me. So I might as well get it earlier. Yeah, maybe I can exit a smaller and get a small win or lose even less. But to me, that amount is almost insignificant.
Dude,
especially
see,
with
I
this
see,
giant
I
candle.
see what you mean when you say that. Like, well, if it comes back to my retest level, I'm like, I'll just have to wait. I could just get out now. And I think that makes perfect sense on trades like these. Because you're right. On trades like these, if it does go higher and then retest, you're right. You might as well just get out here because it's going to retest this level of where the candle broke. I agree.
Mhm.
But I
How is that
don't think
different from
that's
the other one?
because these two candles are now the whole thing. This is it. Like that's what everything's riding on. Versus what chart were we looking at? Nvidia versus
VA.
Nvidia.
Was it? Oh
I think
yeah,
it was
Nvidia.
Nvidia. Yeah.
Yeah, Nvidia.
Versus Nvidia, it's not two candles. Like it's all this shit, all of this plus this. So like it's not just gonna because like with just two candles, it can go and reclaim and explode. That's just two candles. This is now like a whole day's worth of consolidation, plus these pivots over here, plus like all day's price action before it gets up to this candle. It's just not the same. When you take out two
Yeah, that's a
candles,
lot
you're right. It
stronger.
can just explode.
Yeah.
But with this, it's going to grind into this level. It's going to give you some tiny little turd candles. It's going to play around in here for at least 3 or 4 candles. You're going to have a chance. But with 2 candles, you're right. If like you're 100% right. I agree with your sentiment on the candles because if it breaks these 2 candles,
Yeah.
now this becomes the retest. So you're
Yeah.
right. If I get out right here the first time, then you're right. I eliminate the risk of it keeping going, and it's going to retest these 2 best case scenario anyway. So I might as well just get out here. Completely agree. But I do not see that as the same thing at all.
I see what you mean. Yeah, because there's a lot more consolidation. It's a lot stronger.
And
So there's
that move on the 2 candles, it's going to be quick and explosive. This thing's
yeah.
already grinding.
So as
That
soon
was
as I
a
saw
grind.
that like after the candle that I got in on, and then that big green one that closed above,
On Apple?
actually, yeah, like actually, when it didn't go after I got wicked in, I kind of knew I should have fucking moved my stop down onto those 2 candles. Yeah, like honestly, I was gonna put it right above the green one, but then I was like, ah, okay, like maybe it has a chance because maybe, and then it didn't. So yeah, I got wicked out, I think, by the second candle that popped up, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I should have exited after the first big one that closed above too. I think that was another good sign to
Oh,
do
you
it.
got exited out on this candle?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, dude, so here was your chance. So
Yeah,
after this
yeah,
candle
yeah.
comes in, now
Yeah.
this is the new high. Trail it here and try to get out a
Yeah.
little bit lower
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't
Yeah.
happen. Yeah.
No, it didn't. So that's why you just okay, it shouldn't go any higher. It should give me a chance to get out, and it should not go any higher. And now I'm going to put my target right here. And if it triggers me out, great. I'm not going to hold. I'm not going to wait for it to win. I was wrong. So I was wrong. Now it's not about winning. It's about losing as small as possible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a lot of times I don't even put the exit at my entry. I'll put it like however many cents above just because I want to get out for like 0.1 hours instead of, I'd rather get triggered out at 0.1 and lock in a 0.1 loss than have it just
The whole thing,
rampage
right?
and
Yeah. No,
yeah.
no, no. So it's great that I have the same thought process as you did. I just didn't execute it the same way,
Yeah.
but I thought about it, right? Like I knew
It
I had to
just
play defense right after that green cat. After basically, as soon as I got wicked in and it didn't go, I knew it was like, okay, that's not good, and it didn't make a lower low, so I was like, okay, that's not good.
yep. And
Um,
that's exactly what I did on shop today.
yeah,
So I got in. So first of all, my setup was bad. I should have entered higher. I should have got in like up here. Oops. I should have got in like up here with a stop up here. That would have been perfect. So it wasn't perfect today. I was okay. This was pretty good. So what I expected to happen was maybe after I set it up, I was like, oh, you know what? We might get one more candle, but then it should go retest, go. Okay. So when I see this, so I'm in right now. I got in on this candle.
yeah,
So when I see this high wave, I was like, okay, I was profitable. It should have closed red, retested, and gone lower. but it closes a highway. So now I'm thinking, okay, I still have a lot of room here on my stop. I'm gonna let this thing, I'm gonna let this thing potentially go higher and then try to get out. I do want it to just go lower and get out right away, but I need to give it a chance. So it immediately just ripped, and I was like, okay, I got lucky with this wick.
Yeah, you need to
I
wait
should now be able to get out. Like I should be able to get out for a small win.
Yeah.
And then that
Did you?
candle came in, and I was like, okay, now I'm getting out break even.
Yeah,
Like my chance to
because
get out for a small win was here. Now
yeah,
it's going to retest here
yeah,
and go higher. And that's exactly what it did. So I put my exit like right here.
that's
Boom,
smart.
I'm out. I'm done. Done with the trade.
Yeah, that's smart. Don't
But it's
disagree.
just these little nuances of like, when does it become the next level is now in play?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then look, perfect hammer right through this level. And it goes higher, just blows higher.
Yeah.
Now this trade probably doesn't go much higher than it already did. I expect this trade to come up here and like, no, I don't really. This trade probably goes on to like, I don't know, maybe work, maybe make some new lows, maybe do some shit like that. But the fact of the matter is it would have stopped me out first. And now I don't want back in it because the sentiment of boom, 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 that's what I wanted. I don't want to be in a grinder that's gonna like do this shit all day. So that's kind of how I see it. But yeah, dude, management of and playing defense when you see things changing. Like for me, it's immediate. If the trade didn't work exactly how I wanted it to, like I showed you how I wanted it to work. I wanted it to go like this and then immediately shoot lower, retest, go lower. It didn't do that. And the minute I knew it wasn't doing that, I started to adapt and say, okay, if I got in here, what would I want to do? Yeah. So just kind of
I agree. I just was just trying to practice being patient, right? So I just wanted to give things to go, and I was okay losing an already Chinese trade anyway. So whatever. Like I just wanted to see kind of like uh how I could have played it better. Definitely the defense part, right? Like I even wrote it down on my journal afterwards. I was like, I could have played better defense, but I have to find the balance between playing defense and giving it a chance. But it makes sense, right? We went through the two candle one or the consolidation, so that was good.
defense wins championships, bro.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm okay with the losses. I'm just glad I didn't jump back into anything in revenge trade.
And
Working on
that's
that.
huge growth from you because a few months ago
Yeah.
you would have been doing that. Weeks ago maybe. So like that's
Mm-hmm.
still huge progress, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, once you get to that next, because I know this is something you've been working on for a little while now, is playing defense. But yeah, I mean, the fact that when I'm talking through these and like how I trail my stop and stuff, you're like, oh yeah, I see, that makes sense. You got it. You just need to do it. It just takes a
Yeah.
little bit.
I think it's just like there's different I guess like things I need to work on, and sometimes they're a bit contradictory, right? Like being patient and also um like exactly what we talked about, the like when do you actually move your stop because you're wrong, or when do you give it a chance to play out, right? And I
Yeah.
think yeah, that's pretty clear. Like if there's consolidation, you let it play out because it's hard to chop through. And if there isn't consolidation and it's just a few candles, then yeah, if it's gonna blow through it, it blows through it.
So
So yeah,
dude,
no, that's good.
this is patience. Like I am prepared to lose a full R here.
Yeah, but
I'm
unlikely to
prepared for
hit all
that.
that. Yeah.
If it blows through this, then fine. I lose the full R. And I'm being
Mhm.
patient and I'm waiting for that to happen.
Yeah.
But being patient doesn't mean just close your eyes and not pay attention to what's happening.
I don't know, man. So, like I think Jeremy has like a 15 or 30-minute rule where he just
Arbitrary.
continues trading. Yeah, it's true.
Arbitrary. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it makes sense if you can't control your emotions. But like if you can control your emotions and just play the chart as it comes in. And plus, dude, you got to remember, Jeremy's making videos for like thousands of people to watch. Like, do you think he tells his coaching students that shit? Like, just arbitrarily hold it for 15 minutes? No way. Jeremy's smart enough to see a candle and be like, I got to get out of here. This isn't going to work.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Well, I actually
there's
got up because like I didn't want to get emotional, so I got up and went to the bathroom and then came back and I was like, oh, I missed my my retest spot, and I'm
The
like, oh
chance to get
well,
out. Yeah, like
yeah,
play
yeah,
the
I missed my
chart, dude.
chance, and then I'm
There's
like, oh well,
no
okay, no,
it makes no sense to just be like, oh, this trade is telling me 50 different ways it's not gonna work. Let me just like and dude, like so another thing, getting emotional. Like I trail my stop right here when I see this highway. No, I'm not gonna do that because my thesis is
I have to
I should
break
be
through
able to
that
hit this and
consolidation.
retest. So I'm
Yeah,
not going to trail it right here because that isn't my plan. My plan was let this thing pull back, let it come up here. That's why my stop is here and come back down. So like that's being patient. That's allowing the trade to work. But that's not arbitrarily going like, oh, I'm not looking in for 15 minutes and if it stops now, cool. Like there's no need to do that.
yeah, I know. I'm with you. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying that the people have rules, and then you know, I gotta work on each of these things, I guess, like these skills individually. And I'm just not experienced enough to see everything there is, right? Like I miss stuff. I miss a lot of stuff. Like I see it a lot in hindsight, and then just working on it now. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'm good with it.
Well,
But yeah, I
hindsight
just
comes
wanted to
first.
see. Yeah, I just wanted to see if like, well, exactly how you would play it, just to see how in sync my thought process was, and it
Yeah.
seems pretty close. It's just I didn't execute it as well.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, I mean, dude, straight up, I would have never played Apple short. Just never, ever, ever. I see why you did, but that's not enough for me. No way is that. It's not strong enough of a bearish signal. Like, look how tiny those candles were, too.
yeah, I know it
These are
gapped up
teensy,
too.
tiny little guys.
Well, so the thing is, it gapped up at, and it kind of held around that resistance area, and then it threw in those candles. So I was like, okay, I think it has a good chance to go down.
I get it. I get
Yeah,
it. I
right.
just don't think it's enough.
Fair. That's fair.
And
I mean, it is a
if,
very bullish stock to begin with, right?
yeah.
I think everything was
Um,
tanking, and then this guy was still going. So I was like, okay, maybe it's the reverse. I don't know. Who knows?
I haven't, dude, I haven't got into one of those samurais in a setup like this in a long time, like a couple months now, because I've just been having so much success
Trouble
with
with it?
continuations and
Oh,
shit
yeah,
and playing
yeah.
these retests.
Mm.
But so like this is something that like if I see a stock just like rip out of the gates, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna click this one green and put it up here. And maybe like in 10, 15 minutes, like I'll keep looking. And if I get like, I mean, I'm pretty sure you know how I play these. Like if I get a huge candle, huge candle, huge candle, big volume, big smaller volume, like big volume, smaller volume, then huge volume with a tiny candle. Okay. And it's at resistance and the RSI is jacked. Now I'm looking at potentially playing that samurai. Not a short thing, potentially. Depends where the EMAs are, blah, 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 blah. But like just two candles out of gate like this, it's not strong enough for me. It's not strong enough. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So like this isn't a volume like so everything I just said, imagine now like imagine none of this red shit, but do you see how this volume like stands out? Imagine if it was this little candle with that volume and you've had like no red candles and it's coming into resistance and RSI's jacked. Do you see what I mean by like a volume anomaly?
So you want to see what I see? You see how there's a whole bunch of green candles just beforehand, and then at the top it's like almost like a evening star
This thing?
reversal. No, like the previous day. You see how there's
Oh,
increased volume, and then I
you
saw
mean
that.
this thing? Or are you on the daily chart?
No, I'm here on the 3 with you. It's just like the last 4 candles of the previous day.
Oh,
It's all
these.
bullish. It's all bullish, right?
This shit
And
doesn't matter, dude.
it's high volume,
Forget
man.
about that.
So I don't know. Anyway, I just thought either way, people are profitable. They're gonna sell, and then, um, yeah, I don't know if it holds up, but I thought it would at least retest back down.
It makes sense, dude. Like I said, it makes sense. It's just not. I agree with you that it makes sense, but it's not strong enough, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair. Hey, what do I know, man? I don't know anything, so.
Yeah, you do. You've been in the game for months now. You know enough.
uh, yeah, no, it's good. Like,
And if you want, you can revisit that first video we did, and we go through that samurai thing pretty in depth. I think that's what we talked about most of the time in that session. We haven't even, you and I really haven't even talked a lot about the retest strategy, the continuation strategy. I send you screenshots of it occasionally, but we haven't like gone through it.
yeah, no, I lately I've been, when I'm back trading, I'm just really focused on the nuances of the candles, and it's actually been working out really well. And I think what trips me up when we're live and trading like throughout the day is like the formations of the candles.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been
That's
there because
yeah.
it's easy to be patient and disciplined when you don't see the candle forming.
Yeah. But when you're
I
seeing it, it's like,
completely
oh,
agree.
I see that wick coming, and then
Uh,
oh shit.
I
Mm,
agree, dude.
yeah.
But dude, that's one thing where you can like. I've been in that exact same spot, and my rule just became I cannot get into a trade unless I like the same way I back trade. The candle has to have formed.
It has to form, right? Yeah.
Like you just have like follow that rule.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm okay because I followed my plan when how I looked at Apple. I was like, okay, if it doesn't open above or let's say it opens here and then there's a resistance, and if I see bearish signals, that was good enough for me, right? And plus, if there was good enough risk reward, so basically I just followed my plan and it worked out. So the only thing is like I just wanted to see if when I should have made a better defensive play, because I wanted to move that stop and I normally would have, but then I don't know. I was like, okay, I'll try and give it a chance or whatever.
Try to be patient.
Yeah, well, like yeah, right. Like so, it's like the fine line between patience and like when you're wrong. So I don't have enough experience to
Dude,
differentiate the
exactly.
two, right?
Exactly. Patience versus I'm wrong. Right here,
Yeah,
you're wrong.
yeah, exactly. And I knew
And
that was
then
wrong.
and
I
this
knew
is
I
still
was
patience.
wrong. Yeah, yeah, I knew
Instead
I
of
was
just like,
wrong.
I'm getting out of this thing right now. You know, it's still patience.
But I couldn't wait for that retest because I already got wicked out on the falling candle. So that's the only thing
Yeah,
for me.
but yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But
But
if
I
you
would have,
reacted on
yeah,
this candle, if you would have been like, okay, I'm wrong.
yeah.
Now I need to hopefully get one of these. And if the trade goes on to work for 20 hours, great, cool. I don't care. I was already wrong. So now if it works, I get lucky. But per my thesis, I'm wrong.
Yeah. And then the BA, let's look at the BA one again, just so I.
The most beautiful long in the world.
Yeah.
What a beaut. My
But the
God.
funny thing is, I actually was like, you know what, I'm just gonna give it a chance. So I went to the bathroom, and then you see that hammer that came in.
This one?
That's where the retest hammer.
Yeah.
No, the one after.
The little green one?
Yeah. I was just like, oh, I missed my spot. No, the other one.
This one.
Yeah, further up. Yeah, that guy. I was like, that was a retest that I had to get out on, and I
I
went to the
wouldn't get in
bathroom.
up there though.
No, get out.
Oh.
Get out. Yeah.
You mean get out if you were long down here?
Short.
Or
I was
oh, you
short.
shorted it. Oh, that's
I
right.
shorted at the high wave, remember? The like 5 candles in of the day.
This one?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I shorted that guy, right?
So
Because I
where
thought
did
it
you
was
got
gonna roll
triggered in like this then?
halfway. I got triggered in the candle after the high wave. It didn't break it, and then yeah, somewhere, yeah, more or less.
Something like this. And you try to short it down into here.
Yeah, or yeah, I don't remember. Something like that. But basically,
Oof.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one, my man. That is
Yeah.
a tough one. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I think I played it, yeah, more or less something like that. And then I wanted to get out at that wick, and I was like, God damn it, I went to pee. So I missed it. And then
Oh, you mean to like you could have got out like this?
yeah, so that's and I missed it.
That sucks.
Because I was like, all right, I feel some emotions coming. Because I knew if we took out that, we're pretty effed. But I think I had some space, and so I didn't want to see it trigger, so I just went away. And then what happened was I couldn't get out of that.
Look at this goddamn daily candle.
So that was part of my analysis. I just thought it was gonna fade. I just didn't think it was gonna carry up.
Oh,
Because
dude,
you know why though? Because
when
like
you
I
get
just felt like,
above that thing, you are going to the moon. Right
well,
back up into
for
resistance.
me, right? I just didn't think there were enough people trapped. Like the volume on the previous day was so low. And then
Bro.
anyone that shorted in that big fat candle, they would have already gotten out more or less, like after that next hammer candle. So I
This
didn't think
isn't
that.
really a trap. It's not like about being trapped. Like these are new buyers coming in. I mean, maybe. Like you never know. So which is why it
Yeah,
doesn't really matter. But like people are trapped on a crazy hammer with huge volume that pierces through resistance or support. People are trapped. That's the only time people are trapped. When it comes to shit like this, like, and I don't know, but this could just be people like, okay, like this thing just ripped lower. We kind of broke below this shit. Then we gapped up, traded down, and closed high. Then we got this inside candle, which is, and it's not a doji, but it's like a little high wave. So like people are like, okay, what are we gonna do with this thing? Is it gonna go higher? Is it gonna go low? I mean, look at this volume. This
yeah,
volume.
yeah.
Who the hell's trapped to the bull side
No,
or
no,
to
I'm
the
not saying
bear
they're
side?
trapped. I'm not. Well, that's the thing, right? I just didn't think there's a lot of people that were that. Ah, fuck. You know what? I missed that. I was only looking at the previous day candle. But anyway, they were trapped there anyway. But I guess the main thing with for me, right? Let's see, if it closed above this guy, like it has now, I think all of these people that so short, they're it's done. Like they're not like.
It's not gonna happen fast, bro. It's not gonna happen.
Well,
Nothing's gonna happen fast
I thought
because
it would be bullish above that. Like I didn't. I thought it'd be bullish
you
above
can't be
that.
thinking about Bears don't give a fuck right now.
How
Bears
come I
got
can't
in.
erase it?
Bears got in. Let me see. Bears got in up here, bro. Bears are making money. Bears are holding this shit. This is a retest for the Bears. Bears aren't trapped, bro. Bulls are getting out. Probably. When you look at this chart, Bears are in up here. They short at resistance. They shorted
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
This
I'm
is a
with you.
retest.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was gonna go back down. That's why I shorted it.
Oh, I see.
I just didn't think there was
But
enough.
yeah, you have to let it retest though.
Yeah, I thought like I didn't think it was gonna retest all the way up. I just thought like I didn't think it was even gonna break this. I just thought they were gonna go back down pretty soon.
I see your point. But when you see this little guy
Sorry,
and price goes
when you move
above
your
that,
charts and stuff, it lags, so you have to give it a sec for it to rest before I can see anything.
I got you.
Yeah.
So when you see this little guy and you know that this resistance needs retested
Yeah,
to support,
yeah.
it's
There
pretty
needs to
obvious.
be a day to do it, but today wasn't the day to short it. I think that's really what it
Tomorrow might be
ended
a
up
great
as.
day to short it.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
I
So I
doubt
think
it though,
Mhm.
because let me see. No, it could be. Tomorrow might be a good. So like if it trades sideways the rest of the day, but I don't know if I'd even short it because if it trades sideways the rest of the day, now we do
If
have all these like we have
something
all
holding
this
it
stuff.
up,
It,
right?
it could still be a good day to short it. I don't know. We'll see tomorrow. But
Yeah.
I try to not
Go back to the daily.
think about shit. Like I barely check the daily chart.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's still valuable, so I still do it.
It's definitely valuable because today you would have seen how obvious a long that was. I would have
Can
never
you?
checked it. I would have just played the retest.
So the stupid thing, like I knew it was gonna be bullish to start, right? I knew it was gonna be bullish to open. But then I think I saw. Yeah, I knew it was gonna be bullish to open. I just didn't think it would hold up. That's all. But anyway, yeah, that's on me. But yeah, I just realized this is like a. Can you zoom in a little bit to like the little gap area, like this thing? Yeah, like this thing's like a pennant pattern, right? So it just broke out.
I guess. I don't think. I don't think so though, because hold on.
Well, the sentiment's bullish, right? This one opened higher. when this closed, and then
It's
this
not.
one.
It's not really a pennant though, because like this would have been the
It's a
pennant.
two-day pennant, no?
This would have been the pennant because this is a bearish move.
Hold on. It's lagging. Just give it a sec. I'm trying to erase all my shit. Okay, let's see. Sorry, how's yours a pennant?
Do you see the purple on the screen?
You mean like this guy and then this guy?
Yeah. So because this is a bearish candle, same way if it's a bullish pennant, it's a bullish day, a flag,
Yeah.
and like a flagpole, and then a
Yeah.
pennant. So to the same thing, to the downside, it's just the same thing. So like, you can't have like a big ass bear like this. Price was going this way, not this way.
Yeah. No, I got you. It's just like this little beast. This is like a 2-day one. That's all I'm saying. And then it still broke out. So yeah, I get it. I wasn't including the big bear candle, but I also see what you mean.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I thought you were including the bear candle. No, I see what you mean about this little inside candle for sure. And that's why
right.
when it breaks above, it's going to go higher. But where's it going to go higher to? Resistance. And that's exactly what it did.
Yeah. Fuck. I even knew that it was gonna go up in the morning. I think maybe I should wait until it fucking hits it and then comes back down. Let me see where I. Oh, you know what? I might not have drawn that line. That's why I didn't see it. Yep. I didn't draw it.
Like that
That's
resistance line?
Yeah. I didn't zoom out and then I didn't draw that guy.
Oh,
The reason why I didn't draw it was because I thought it was gonna go down from where it gapped. And then so I didn't draw the lines above, I just drew the lines below. And so it wouldn't have mattered, right? Like I would have, whatever I thought it was gonna roll over at that high wave anyway. So I didn't think it was gonna go any higher. So yeah, but I should have looked at the bigger picture and see that, yeah, you know what, it's probably gonna close that gap or retest that gap.
Yeah.
The big daily gap. Yeah. That's okay. At least I know now to look for it.
Yeah, dude. And these are the shit. Like days where you just have these choppy little like inside ranges.
Yeah.
Those are the shit, because whichever direction it pops, just look for the retest. It's that simple. And you got it perfectly. Whichever direction this thing pops, look for a retest. Like that's what I've been playing almost every day. And this one was like literally perfect. Like it to the penny. Like the RR is just so good. Because I can use all this shit now. There's just no reason. Like my entry should be the low. My entry should be the lowest possible thing of this move. It's just the RR is amazing. Because now if this fails, same thing we've been talking about. Now if this fails, you see how there's this little inside range here? If this fails, it should come down here and do something like this and give me a chance. Yeah, it's just, they're so easy, dude. So easy. Why make it hard when it can be so easy?
Yeah, man. Well, good stuff. Thanks for going through it.
For sure, bro.
Yeah, what's new with you, bud?
Not much.
The swing trading not going so well, huh?
Oh no, my trading's going great.
I thought your swing stuff wasn't going well.
Oh yeah, but that was last month. I don't care. It's over. My day trading is killer, so I don't really care.
Yeah. That's good.
Yep.
I'm starting to look into just dipping my toes into options to see what they're all about now.
You mean for like just in general?
Yeah, just in general. Maybe some credit spreads. We'll see. I'm not gonna get into anything right now, but I feel like it's such a black hole for me, and I hear a lot of people talking about it, and I don't know what's going on. So
it's easy, bro. It's the same shit. It's easy.
Yeah, so I'm still really focused on reading sentiment and candles and
That's what it all
where
comes
it's
down to. If
going.
you can do that,
Yeah,
everything else is it's just a matter of like how do I want to use my money? But like if you can read the sentiment and understand the chart,
yeah,
it's all the same.
yeah. Still need a lot of practice, but it's going all right.
You
Making
might like
progress.
you might like RT3's method, Robert Thompson III's method. He uses math-based options. So
Mhm.
what I'm doing with his tutelage is I'm figuring out how to mathematically stack the odds in my favor and then combine that with me looking at a chart and seeing the sentiment and being like, yeah, it should do this. So if the math and my eyeballs tell me the same thing,
Mhm.
then I'll go in heavy on an options position as opposed to like go in with the same amount all the time and try to like I want to maximize everything and then just go in a little heavier. But I want the
Let's see.
quality to be up here.
Yeah. How does he determine the math?
Oh, it's complex. I mean, it's not difficult. It's just a little complex at first. But like it's easy. It's just a few things that you need to remember. But yeah. I honestly I haven't even spent all the time like getting it ingrained into my brain. I know enough to be like, oh, I know what you're talking about, but I haven't practiced it and like put it into like actually started playing with it and practicing yet. Which is something I'll do. I mean, I'm in his mentorship group right now.
Yeah. How you liking it?
And it's good. I mean, I've only been to like 2 of the sessions live because I just keep getting busy when it happens. And with the recordings, like it's enough for me to just be able to check the recording and like
That's
do it
good.
at my own pace and not have to like sit there the whole time necessarily and
Yeah,
just like
if it works
skim.
for you. Yo, bro, I feel like Nvidia, if it breaks out of this zone, it's a good long up back to day high.
Where the heck is it? On the 3,
Yeah.
this is a bear flag, bro. Remember what we talked about on the 5 with this? Remember how we had that trade set up like this? Like this? Down into here.
Mm.
This is probably too far, but I bet something like this is reasonable.
Well, that's why I'm saying if it breaks above all that stuff, if it just like I don't think it's gonna go any higher. If it doesn't, I think it's gonna
Higher
roll
than
over
this?
here. Like I think if it breaks the junk, this stuff,
Stuff.
yeah, like this stuff, and it breaks up, I think it can go at least day high and retest some of this stuff. But then
Yeah, probably.
right now it's like I don't know.
Probably could, dude.
Could do that or break.
It's so funny because I used to see the chart exactly the same way as you. I was always trying to go counter goddamn trend.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't think about it.
It
Should
become
be
it's just
hopeful.
I was dude, I was the same way. I was like, where is people gonna be trapped? Where can it pop? And now it's just so much easier, dude, to just be like, oh, this all of these bulls have been or these bears have been taking profit, bulls have been coming in. It should go like this. And if it goes like this, cool. But is it gonna just go up here, reclaim this, and just keep ripping all day long? No. So like I can get a pop up to here, sure. I can. But then what's gonna happen? It's gonna just fall back down again. Like, so why not just go the direction of the momentum, which is short?
Yeah, that's a good
Like,
point.
here's a good place to short. Up here would be a good place to short, but now you're gonna come retest this, so your RR is not worth it.
Good point. I don't know why my brain thinks like that.
I
Jeez.
was the same way, dude. I don't know why either, but
Yeah, but yeah, thanks for pointing that out again. Jesus Christ.
this is a pretty decent. If it sells off, if it and it's gonna come down here, no doubt. So let's look at that setup again. I think we had it. What did we have it set up? We had it set up like
Oh,
no, that's too low. Something like somewhere like I think it was just I think it was right here. So if
yeah,
we
it
set
was
it
right
up,
here. I think it's around somewhere here.
I mean, that's still 3 Rs, bro. What more do you want?
No, I think it's good. I don't know. It
Yeah.
just looks kind
I
of
wouldn't
strong.
take this
That's all.
trade. I
Yeah.
wouldn't take it. I don't think it works. I think it chops all
If
day.
we
I
do
think it
wave
stays
counts,
in
this is
here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if you do wave counts, but that's what I would predict, I guess.
I do 0 wave counts because I don't give a
Yeah.
shit what it does in between here and here. If there's space, it's gonna go down here. I don't care if it does it like this. I don't care if it does it like this. I don't care if it does it like this. It's gonna come down here. That's what I care about.
Yeah, I get it. And also, I know you don't play anything really past this too. So
Yeah, it's too late in the day for me. Plus,
Yeah.
this hammer, I don't anticipate.
Which hammer? This guy? You don't like this guy?
Yeah.
You're breaking that? Well, if it breaks it, it's gonna go lower.
Yeah, but if it breaks it, so like if it doesn't, so like if I get in here, I'm
Honestly,
battling
the
that
volume
hammer.
is not even that much.
It's not, but
There's some.
it's enough to be
Yeah,
a hammer that I'm looking that I see.
I don't
It's
know. I
like
take
it.
it.
You see this little turd?
Yeah.
That's a hammer too, but I don't give a shit about it. Look how much bigger that
Yeah.
volume is. That volume means something.
No,
It's
I
big enough to
agree.
mean something.
I agree. I don't think it's enough for me to say no, because I don't know. There's just like a lot of signs, but I don't know what I'm talking about. I was the guy who said it might go long, so don't listen to me.
That's true. But my point is, like, if
Yeah.
to get down to this hammer, like, it's
Let's
not
still
about what could
1R.
happen. It's
Let's
not
still
about
at
what
least
could
1R.
happen. It's about
Yeah.
what is most likely to happen. Anything could happen. And just because it's a non-zero chance or a like higher than 20%, like it's not high enough. Because like, yeah, this hammer could get taken out. And you're like, yeah, but what if it does get taken out? Cool. But like it's unlikely. And even if it does, there's obviously buyers here. So why wouldn't they just buy it again?
Yeah, but I'm saying that this is still decent RR.
It's not bad.
Like I
mean,
said,
it
I
is
would put
bad.
my
It's
stop
bad to
there.
me.
I
not
would
good
put my
enough.
stop there, right? So
And plus I don't like this now. I don't like this little move up above the EMAs. Because this is telling me it's going to trade in a range all day. It's not going to make a new high. It's not going to make a new low. It probably does something like this. And then just like
sorry,
fizzles.
what's the signal that's telling you that it's gonna trade in a range?
Hold on, let me get you John's. What tells me it's going to trade in a range is this hammer, this
Okay.
gap, and the fact that it reclaimed these moving averages now and they're curling up. Because these moving averages are curling up, but they're not going to have enough momentum to push through all this stuff. It already grinded all day. So it's not just going to sit here. Like it might consolidate and you get some random pop at like 2 o'clock, but that's super unlikely. It's just probably not going to happen. It could, but it's probably not going to. So if it doesn't, which it probably won't, then it's not going to make a high above this gap, and it's probably not going to take out this tweezer bottom-ish candle with volume and this hammer. It's the low is probably in, so it's probably going to stay in a range. This moving average now is probably going to try to go sideways all day. Like price is probably going to come up here. Moving average will go up a little bit, then it'll come back down here. Moving average will curl a little bit down, and it'll just kind of do nothing the rest of the day. And that's probably just seeing a million charts, and just that's just what happens. It's probably experience. But like that's strong. Like this shouldn't get, if this was going to get taken out, then it was going to be like this candle and then big buy, pop up, reclaim, and then do something. But the fact that it's like grinding, bro, you would need news. It would need to have a low float. Somebody would have to come in and blow this thing up, and then people are freaking out, and now they're trying to panic sell, jump on board and chase. But it's just unlikely. I mean, it's a what is this? Is it a large? I think Nvidia is a large cap, probably.
Yeah.
And so it already had, I mean, dude, this bearish move, this is like this huge candle and then this candle, like it should retest and then like go lower right away because this is already a big move. So if it's going to keep going, it needs to carry the momentum quickly and keep it alive because then people freak the F out.
Oh, you know
So
what? I'm actually looking at the hammer now, like a little bit more zoomed in on my charts, because on yours it looks kind of smaller. I can't really see, but yeah, actually, yeah, that hammer, yeah, it's a doozy. It's a double bottom too, and it's like big fat hammer. And then on the
yeah,
15, it's huge.
and
So
hammer's
yeah,
strong. I
yeah,
never even really jump around time frames, but yeah, let's look at the 15. Yeah, it's not going lower.
yeah.
It's going to be a
And
nothing
it's,
burger all day. Here's your breakout.
I think you could retest it, but
I'm sure it does.
yeah.
I'm sure it does. But it's
Let's
not going to
see.
do
If
anything.
I
It's going to
short
retest.
here,
That's the range. It's pretty much in for the day.
if I short here,
The range might
stop
be in for
this
2
here.
days.
1.56, I guess. It's giving me ideas.
I'd let this one go away. This one's done for the day.
No,
Just
I'm
let it
done
go.
for the day. I'm done. I lost 2 hours, right?
Ugh,
Brutal.
not the 2-hour loss.
Yeah.
You look at this. Same deal. Retest fails. Probably stays this range. Probably does this. Let's see. It might go lower. Could go lower. I doubt it. Could. No, it's in. The low's in. Probably. Because look at this, dude. Look at this. That's a pretty big move, dude. It could go lower though. It could come down to 139.97. Oops.
I think Apple retests the high today too.
This wouldn't be like a terrible one for the 10 EMA strategy, something like this. And just try to play the breakdown.
I don't like the fact that this went up and then this one's like so much lower.
What do you mean?
Oh,
You mean
sorry.
like
If I was to go long, sorry. I
to go
didn't see.
long?
Yeah.
No, you can't go long
yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Look at all
no,
this. This by the time you get anywhere, this thing's on you. And you got this high, you're done. No
If
way.
you're
along.
shorting here, isn't it kind of too low? Wouldn't you want to short it back up here?
Ideally, but here's where it's different. So a short up here would have been great because a short here, you kind of see these pivots. We would have got missed because I would have tried to do it somewhere like this. But with that EMA coming down, let's see what it would have looked like back here. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much perfect. Because with that EMA coming down, okay, I'll lower it down somewhere like this. This isn't fair. Let me try here. Yeah, this actually kind of makes sense because now this EMA is coinciding with this low. See that? So if I can get in like this, take it down here. Oh, that's a nice trade. Because now I don't even need a new low a day. It can make a higher low, and I still get 2 R's. It's a good trade.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that it's breaking above this guy though. That to me is like a really strong signal.
But it is early, and I mean it is later too. But like, this doesn't mean anything until So like, what's strong at this point? What's really strong?
I just don't like the market structure that if it's going to create a new high, like if it's supposed to roll over down here and it didn't, right? So that's why I don't like going back short on this guy.
And I probably wouldn't have taken it either.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have been looking at the chart. But honestly, no, I would have been into this trade. I would have liked this trade. This is something I might have, if I, for whatever reason, was still trading it like 11 o'clock, which I probably like never am. But this is actually a really nice looking, because the thing is, if we come up here and trigger me in, I need to make this bear S curve. So I'm pretty much at an R just on the S curve. And then if this fails, now it retests and I'm really getting into some money. So I'm at 2 Rs and it doesn't even need to make a new low a day. I mean, that's good RR. It's all about the RR and stop protection. Because if this trade works, which it should work immediately. That's the beauty of getting in on a retest. So if this trade works, I'm in at the high. And then I get this S curve, and then okay, now I know it's not going to work. If it comes back up here, it's not going to work. It should go down here and then retest this. So the RR is amazing. My chance to get out break even is amazing. I have more going in my favor than against me. It's a good trade. It's a good trade, in my opinion.
That's fair.
And so now, to answer your other question about, well, why would you take it down here? Because you want to get on the retest. So that's true. But, oh, that's why. I can't delete that. I was like, what the hell?
Is that mine?
But so with momentum trades like this, and this is a risky one, you're right. I don't love it, but it's not a bad candidate, because with a trade like this, so if we take out this level, now this becomes a retest zone. And we already know that this thing has some more room on the daily. Oops. This thing has some more room on the daily down into like here. I mean, that'd be a hell of a candle, but it still has room, is the point. Like, it doesn't need, like, if it fails this level, it still has plenty of room. It's not like if it fails this, then it's got another level right here and like another level right here. I mean, it's got straight up room to go with nothing stopping. That's why it's not a terrible trade to get in below this, because this bull candle should be the low. We shouldn't take that out. Like, shouldn't really. I mean, yeah, you can get,
And
like,
this doesn't give you pause? I mean,
not really. Because look, I'm already in an R.
I see.
So it's the same thing. I'm already in an R. Oops. I'm already in an R if this works. And then if it bounces at the hammer, so be it. I get out break even. What the hell do I care? Or I lose small. I trail up here. It's less than half an R, or it's about half an R.
Wait, now
It's
I'm
not 2
confused.
Rs.
How's that different from the NVIDIA one then?
Let's see.
Oh, I
I
know
already
why.
feel
Because
the chart looks like.
it didn't reclaim the MAs or EMAs. I think that's the difference.
No, so this is still in the retest stage. So this is, we already beat this on what chart was that?
Net. Just now was net.
So look, NVIDIA is still doing this. So like NVIDIA is still like kind of a valid trade down here, but in NVIDIA, we would be playing to the low of the day. We're already at low of the day now. So if low of the day breaks, now we have room. But on NVIDIA, we would be playing down to low of day, which is stronger in my opinion. Plus, and like I said, we're already down here. So in order for us to get triggered in, the trade needs to work for us to get triggered in.
I see. Okay,
Does
gotcha.
that make sense?
Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I don't love this trade, but it could work.
Right.
I wouldn't take this trade because the odds aren't high enough for me. But it's not a bad trade. Per the 10 EMA strategy, if you're going to trade 10 EMA strategy trades, this is what they're supposed to look like.
Yeah, I never trade the 10 EMA strategy.
The whole idea of the 10 EMA strategy is like, it should do this. So if it doesn't and it triggers us in, now this level doesn't count anymore. And now we start looking at the next level. And if there's nothing in the way, great.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Yeah. That's good, man. Thank you. Looking Apple.
Got you.
Just
Anything else you want
bounce.
to look at? Let's take a look at Apple and see how much money you would have lost if you weren't a genius and showed your and had a stop in place.
Probably not that much more.
Where in the hell is Apple?
Oh, I drank so much water. I'll be right back.